Good morning. It is Monday, June 10th. It's the GGHOP, the Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 Hour podcast. We're going to start everything out with the joke water pistol, a few squirts of fun for your Monday morning. Oh, yeah. Here we go. That's it. Looking beautiful. All right. First one. Here we go. From the New York Post. A reclusive tribe in the Amazon finally got hooked up to the internet thanks to Elon Musk, only to be torn apart by social media and pornography addiction. Elders are complaining. In the words of Axl Rose, welcome to the jungle. Like that, sexy. Next from Sky News, from Down Under. Pratt, Plonker, and Pillock are among British insults in danger of dying out with a generation, according to a survey. You know, that's kind of funny. It reminds me of a time I was snogging with a bird, and we were in a lay-by near a dual carriageway, and she wanted me to grab a rubber Johnny, so I knew she was all 6s and 7s, so I stuffed her in the boot, and I feel like a get.
Oh, my gosh.
From Metro News, Kushal Kumar uses a Vedic astrology chart based on planetary and star alignments to forecast the future. He claims that chart previously envisaged tensions between Israel and Hamas, North and South Korea, China and Taiwan, and Russia and Ukraine. And Kumar has also made several other surprising predictions about tensions between groups like IU and Purdue, Eagles and Philly fans, people like Pepsi and Coke, Ford and Chevy lovers, men and women, and Republicans and Democrats.
Ooh.
It's amazing what he can do. From Sky News as well, more Sky News, more Down Under. A man who allegedly ran naked down an aisle of a plane has been taken and detained and transferred to a hospital for assessment, where he remains. You know, I'm not a clinical psychologist, but in my humble opinion, I just think he's nuts. Roll the theme song. Up on the internet, what do you see? Clickbait, politics, dressed as comedy. Who's outraged? Who's doubling down? The GGHOP is here to turn it all around with an ancient idea called having fun. Sounds a little scary, stick around, don't run. In the next 60 minutes, begging you to try. Open up your echo chamber and ditch your tribe. There's just one mission by which we're led to put a big fat smile upon your head. The song is almost done, time to stop the show. But there might be something left that you'd like to know. What's GGHOP mean? It's your right to ask. The Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 Hour podcast. Vincent Price. Good morning, GGHOP, the Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 Hour podcast. I'm your host, Bill Gant, joined by the beautiful Karen Haynes.
Good morning.
And the handsome Jane Swinford.
Word up.
It was all sponsored by Wilson Farm Market right here and right down there in the corner. Fry pies, chicken, fudge, tasty treats. We've gone over it 1,000 times. If you haven't visited there, you're fucking insane. Also, Frankfurt Beer Works.
Frankfurt Beer
We're
Works.
sponsored by Frankfurt Beer Works, broadcasting live from the tap room at Frankfurt Beer Works in the heart of the Christian Ridge Historic District. It is Monday, June 10th, and it is Father's Day week, so we got some Father's Day fun coming up this week. A lot of fun. 2 weeks from today also, mark your calendars, Hunter Wainscott, musician and storyteller, will be here to regale us with some stories. Great guy.
Yeah.
We talked about him. Captivating. Careful when you watch it. Maybe watch it where the TV points to a mirror and you can hear it. Because this guy, I'm telling you, he could talk me into anything. His voice, it's amazing.
Bend over.
Anything. I'd already be spreading. Now he's not coming on.
Are you going to wear your shirt?
What?
The fluffer?
Hey,
Just in case this makes
if he
suggestions?
asks me to, whatever he says, I'm fine with. Again. So, before we get started and jump into everything, James, you said you had a not too exciting weekend.
I did nothing. It was
Nothing
great.
exciting.
Yeah, it was
Very
nice.
good. It was nice to have a weekend off. Karen, you had lots of big exciting things.
I did.
So-
Thursday starts the weekend. Well,
Thursday started the weekend. We did our
Yeah.
show on Thursday evening. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
We learned a lot of things.
Thursday was really good.
It was a good time.
And Friday, I did a surprise birthday party for my dad.
For your
I
dad?
invited family.
Excellent.
I invited senior citizens from the Senior Citizen Center.
Now, remind us real quick, as you're going through this fabulous story, how old was your father turning?
My dad turned 73.
73. And about how many guests do you believe you had invited?
I made about, I'd say 20 invitations.
20 invitations. And these were to, you said, people from
Yeah,
the senior center
senior
too, like
centers,
friends from there.
VFW.
Family friends.
And family.
Okay. So, okay.
Take a wild guess how many people showed up.
Oh, man, are you kidding me?
4.
Is it none? Is the answer fucking none?
2.
What?
The answer is 2.
I almost came to that as a joke, and I should have came.
Yeah.
Only 2 people came?
Yeah.
Well, did people send things like why they couldn't come?
One was delivering ice.
10 died.
Delivering ice. Okay.
Shampooing their hair.
The other one was going to West Virginia.
Logical.
Logical. And then all the people from the Senior Citizen Centers are just lame.
You fucking lame senior asses. Well, what time was your party?
It was to be here at anywhere between 5, and he was coming over at 6 for
In
dinner.
the evening?
Dude, fuck
Oh,
it's over,
no,
dude.
that's not even. Yeah.
That party needed to take place like 11 a.m.
You're getting
And
tucked
that's
in.
late.
You're getting tucked in at that
For
point.
the old people, you know what I mean? Don't they do the...
Yeah,
don't they
but
go
it
to
was
bed early
a
and shit?
Friday.
That doesn't matter. I like how you think that matters. Every day's a Friday.
Every day is just a day anymore,
Yeah,
honey.
every
I don't
day's-
know.
Every day's a Friday. when
Every
you don't
day
have to
is
work.
more pain and death.
Okay, fine.
Damn it, only 2 people. That sucks. So you had plenty of food left over. Oh, yeah. Yeah?
And the other really cool thing is that my dad still had no clue. I mean,
Because
his
surprise
birthday's
party. Yeah.
his birthday is this week, and earlier on Friday I had him come over and he peeled with that little cool. You stick the apple on the prong thing and you do little twisty
Oh, nice.
slices. And
He was
peels
taking care of
it.
the apples.
We probably did about almost 10 pounds of apples. I made 2 amazing apple pies yesterday.
Delicious.
And an apple crisp.
Now, did he wash his hands? Because that's what we learned on the show. He is a chronic masturbator. Well, and it's funny because it's
It
true,
is,
and it's all
and
over the place, and you have to clean
Right
it up.
now,
I
I'm
mean, so
trying to think.
That's the fun.
Did he?
He
Did
didn't. He
Did he
didn't.
wash his
All those
hands?
pies were
I'm not-
completely salt carameled, man.
I'm not too sure.
Oh man.
Yes, yeah. I made them.
Taste the DNA on each one of these pieces.
It burns off in the
Well,
process.
who were the 2 people that came? So I got to know who the 2 people. Who do we? Real quick, because we're moving on here. Who were the 2 people that actually came?
Uncle Rob and his wife Debbie.
There we go. Surprise! It's us 4.
Yeah.
So none of your kids?
Oh, Adam came. Yeah.
Oh,
but,
okay.
You know, I don't.
Yeah, it
mean
wasn't Mother's Day. They'll be
I
here.
don't. I don't mean to discount the family that was here, but I meant as for
no.
people I actually physically
Wish
sent
more
out
would've came.
invitations.
That's all. Well,
But
next
he
year.
was thrilled because he had no idea.
Well, next year, God willing, man, we'll throw him a party.
It'd be nice to be 73 and have anybody left that would show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we go on, does he drink? Does he drink a beer?
Yeah, Adam got him his favorite beverage,
Oh, which is what?
Wild Irish Rose.
Really?
Wild Irish Rose whiskey. Is it
man.
whiskey or is it just wine?
Well, it's,
Irish-
here it's this. It's
Say that.
whiskey.
I don't drink any shit that has rose in the title.
It's
Say that 5 times real fast.
It's
Wild Irish Rose.
It's what hobos
wine.
drink.
Wild
Yinling,
Irish
Yinling,
Rose.
Hobos
Yinling,
drink it.
Yinling.
It
Yeah,
is a
it's-
big bottle.
Exactly. Hobos, people, homeless people
Yeah.
drink that.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
That's his
Your
favorite.
dad sounds like fun.
Getting
Yeah.
a case of Mad Dog next year.
That's what right up his alley. That's what it's
Yeah.
like. Very
Yeah.
good. Well, I'm sorry that a lot of people didn't show up, but I'm glad he enjoyed his
That's okay.
presence and his party.
Which is fine. I made a really, really big, huge yellow cake with chocolate icing, and it was the bomb. And what's really cool about it is I used, like when you go to the store and you buy the cake mixes, they've got like different levels of expensive cake mixes you can
Oh,
buy.
sure. Yes.
And I bought the great value one because I was like,
It's dad. Who gives a
"It's
shit?
Dad, he doesn't care. But
Now I
it's
see where your
actually
kid-
turned out the
Now
best.
I see where your kids
He
get it.
starts spitting out. This ain't Pillsbury. It's Duncan Hines my ass.
No, but it was good.
He ate it. He loved it.
It was beautiful.
Very good.
So I did that.
Congratulations. Now, was there something Saturday? You said there was something else?
Saturday, I got a ride into town with some friends, and it started off pretty good. And we
Just to let everybody know, we live in a town.
We
So
live
what
in a
town
town.
did you
I
ride
got-
into?
I was going to be riding into Lafayette,
Lafayette,
but
larger city.
just as we got to,
I was gonna
I'd
say, she said
say,
ride into town. I'm like, on a bike? I mean, we're like,
Well, it makes
you're
it
in
sound like
town.
we're broadcasting from the middle of a forest and we're
Yeah.
miles away from
I
civilization.
feel like it.
We finally,
But
yeah.
got a ride in. I
Yes.
was getting a ride in, and then as we got closer to Rossville, there were a doe, a deer, and a female.
female
Oh
deer.
no, sorry, I started to sing.
Right.
Trotted across the road, so you like watch out, and then a buck was riding alongside of us in his little moped. I just fucking with you.
I didn't know where this was going.
I was gonna ask if they were in a covered wagon.
Yeah. But anyway, the doe or the buck was along the car, and I was so scared we were going to get hit, but we didn't get hit. And just shortly after that, one of the people in the car remembered that they forgot their keys, so we had to drive all the way back to Frankfurt, pick up the keys. And while we were picking up the keys, he went in through his garage door. There was little tiny baby possum, went right at his garage. So in this midst of searching for keys
They
and
let a
trying to
possum
get
in
a
the garage?
possum out of the garage,
Yeah. A lot of
we
animals.
finally made it to my destination, and then they made it to their destination, and then there ensues the rest of the fun.
So were they mad at dancers when you were late for your shift
Yes, they were
at
so
the
upset.
at the club, the
Yeah.
men's club?
Yeah,
But you still had a good
were-
time.
The poles grease had already fallen off.
Oh,
and
they gave away your shift.
they gave away my shift.
Son of a bitch.
My thighs were screeching
Oh,
down
I'm
it.
sorry.
and It
I'm
was just
sorry.
painful as shit.
Rough weekend, Karen.
Yeah,
Well, be careful out there. At least you didn't hit the deer.
I know.
That's the
I was
problem.
afraid.
You never want to hit the deer.
I was very
That's
afraid.
expensive.
It was like a deer in headlights.
Well, let's move on to some of these great stories.
Okay, let's do
Okay.
it.
And then again next year, we got to throw something for your dad. Got to do it right. From the New York Post, the Amazon tribe here, okay, Brazil's 2,000 member Marubo tribe has been left bitterly divided by the arrival of Tesla's founder's Starlink service 9 months ago, which connected the remote rainforest community along the, I think it's Itui River to the web for the first time ever. But things have gotten worse. Young people have gotten lazy because of the internet. They're learning the ways of the white people, says the
I don't think whites are the only one that does that.
no, look on the web. It's all on there. The Marubo are a chaste tribe, so who even frown upon kissing in public. But Alfredo Marubo, and it says here, all Marubo use the same last name, so they all got the same last name in
Yeah.
the tribe.
It's
What
like
This
in
is
the Marubo?
Alfredo.
one Arubo.
Munson out in the desert.
Well, also Alfredo Marubo. Do you think maybe some Italians made it into the rainforest? Is this an original jungle name? Alfredo
That's what it
Marubo.
translates to.
They're anxious to rival the service, which delivers super fast internet to far-flung corners of the planet, and it's been billed as a game changer by Musk. Now it's actually helped already. It's saved like people's lives. They get like snake bites out there. They can hurry up and fly copters out and help people out. So it's very helpful. But Alfredo says many young Marubo men have been sharing porn videos in group chats, and he's already observed more aggressive sexual behavior in some of them. Initially, the internet was heralded as a positive for the remote tribe, who quickly could contact authorities for help, but now they are kind of upset about it. So, what do you think about this? Did they have the
Well-
internet? Did we ruin people? Should people not have the internet?
I think it ruined them.
You think it ruined them?
Absolutely ruined them.
It's not their fault though. As soon as they typed in, well, I want to learn about something local, and they type in Brazilian, and then it instantly just fills in the rest. So they didn't even have to-
Brazilian
yeah.
waxes.
As soon as you type in
getting
Brazilian,
asshole
I'd imagine
bleach.
safe search off, everything came up.
We didn't know we were famous for this great porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't put it in here.
We're number one. We're
So there's people doing what you said, but not just porn. So then there were several people, I didn't put in this article, that were like, oh, I looked up things, and then now I think when I'm 18, I'm going to go or they've like already signed up for like internships to be like a dentist or do something out of the tribe, you know? They didn't know that
But
any of this
how
stuff
do you-
exists.
How do they do that outside the tribe if they aren't really language fluent, bilingual or trilingual?
I think they do speak. They speak Portuguese probably
Okay.
flawlessly.
I didn't
You
know
that's
that.
what they're speaking. You know, so
Didn't catch that.
they can talk to authorities and people like that. And I think they have a knowledge of what is going on. There's books there. They can that kind of thing. But
Okay.
the internet, all at once. I think it's okay. There were some people on that made the thing and kind of saying like, well, we should have never this ruined them and should have never given it to them.
Maybe they should have put parental guides on there to like ease them into it.
They've all got the same last name.
It's no different than when you had a friend that was sheltered, and then when they come out into the real world, they get addicted to cigarettes and random shit that they
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some people are like, well, they shouldn't have done this. But that sounds like very caring and nice, but it's actually
it's the opposite. It's the opposite of what
it's
you
super
should be doing.
shitty. Dude.
Yeah,
Like, well, we can use the internet and we've ruined our country, but we need to keep you out there by yourself.
no, you want everybody to be as educated as they possibly can be.
Yes. And like I said, there was lots of good. People have had their lives
Yeah.
saved here, man. I mean, it's awful to die out in the middle of somewhere. just
I
'cause
learned more in like the first 3 years of being on the internet outside of school than I did the 12 years I was in school.
erudition, self-taught.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was of the generation that I never we never had internet. I never had
In high
internet.
school, you didn't.
No, but
Yeah.
even we never had the internet here.
It
until
just came to our school while I was in high
2016.
school.
2016, the internet came to your house.
Yeah. And prior to that, I would have been upstairs with a laptop. I didn't have a phone yet either. With a laptop, like just trying to play. What was that game on Facebook? It was the farmers thing game. Farmville, playing Farmville, and I mean,
See, you
I
got
was
addicted
big.
like the
I was
Marubos.
stealing Wi-Fi from a neighbor because they didn't put a thing on it, and I'm playing. Well, I'm acting like I'm playing this way, but it's more like this, trying to
When you
collect
said-
my wheat.
When you said you like, well, before I had the internet, I went upstairs and I'd be up there. You know, I was thinking like, oh, the vibrator goes in this way. Not thanks, internet. It goes in that. We can learn
There's a
from you.
lot of descriptions
You
on
can-
there.
There's a lot of descriptions.
Well, I got internet porn circa 95, and I've turned out all right.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't. There were VHS tapes for that back then.
Oh, I had those too, but that was
Yeah, but I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was in high school, internet had just kind of
just started.
got rolling. You know, just
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
just started. And then by the time we got to
Didn't
Purdue, a little more, but still everything wasn't switched over.
Yeah.
And then last time I went, you know, it's all
It's T1 or something now. It's all
yeah, T1 lines, and
Yeah.
they do great. Well, we're in agreement. It's okay.
Yeah.
Have the
Yeah.
internet. It's okay. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Some
they'll
will
figure it
stay.
out.
Some will move away.
As long as you're not looking at 8 hours of titties and you're looking at least in 7 hours of some learning and looking at an hour of titties, you deserve a break.
Well, they did, and he says they have put on like
Like a
you can use the internet from this time to this time. At night you can't use this. On Sundays you can use it all day. You know, so they're starting to put a little, just like you said, a little parental idea. Maybe not sit on it all day. But when you first get it, it's like
Sit
anything
and
else. Man, you're
spin.
super
Oh, yeah.
stoked. It's amazing.
Like when my dad first
That's
figured
all.
out the smartphone, it was
It'd be fun. I would have just liked to have been there, like when they see it
yeah.
first time, just to watch their little faces, like, what?
light up at Christmas.
Will the internet be around tomorrow, Mr. Gant? It sure will. Don't worry, we can touch things tomorrow. That's the beauty. Now we go eat Cheetos. Ways of the white people.
Yeah,
Next
but and they don't understand there's different types of whites too, because Elon is South African white.
Well, yeah, well, see, that's why the Marubo need this so badly. There's more than one. There's all sorts of kinds of people out there. The next one, I'm a what's this called? Anglophile. I like British things. I mean, not necessarily I like everything that comes from there, but I watch shows from there, movies, that kind of thing.
You introduced me to
I
the
like it.
original Office
Yes,
back in
Oh.
the day.
yes, The Office, the original Office, which is much different than the American one.
Very.
The American one, the boss always comes out looking okay, and it's funny.
Yeah.
The one from there is funny, but it's uncomfortable funny.
Yeah.
It's like I said, we used to watch that, and my brother came over and was on BBC. We were watching it years ago, and he's coming over, and finally one day he was like, I looked at him, I go, you know what? I start figuring something out. When that theme song comes on for the show, my stomach starts to hurt.
Oh.
Dude, because they're always just this horrible stuff this guy says, and like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't believe he said that in front of this person. Oh my god, and then at the end of it, he's always an asshole. He's a dick. He's a dumbass. Not like he's a good guy like Steve Carell. So anyhow, these words, I knew some of these: Pratt, Plonker, Pillock. These are
I didn't know
they're fun words.
those.
Our research shows that calling someone a plonker or a prat is no longer a fashionable way to insult them. Interestingly, the research highlights the extent to which Brits feel some of the more traditional jibes feel softer and less severe than some of today's more controversial ones. So just a few. I think we talked about this before the show. Lummox. You both heard of that before.
Yeah.
Like a big lummox, kind of. Bampot. I didn't even look that one up. I have no idea. I don't know where Bampot comes from. I didn't look it up. But 60% of the people knew that.
Okay.
It's going from what they knew to what they didn't know.
Right.
Blighter, I never really heard that one before. Really. Ninny, that's one you still hear.
Yeah.
Ninny used to call somebody a ninny. A cad, I heard that before. A drip, we use that in America. Tosspot, we don't say that one, but I've watched British stuff and I haven't heard many people call people tosspots. But I even watched stuff from the 70s and 80s British stuff. Toe rag,
I don't know. Is that a tampon?
I don't know. I'm just move on with toe rag.
That sounds about
It can't
right.
be good.
Yeah.
It can't be like I said, it can't be a positive thing. Pillock, I'd heard pillock before. This means an idiot. Plonker, I hadn't heard that one. Nitwit, that's why am I such a nitwit? A Pratt, I knew Pratt, and see that's the thing. Like Pratt, I've heard that in ones from like the 90s and stuff. So
I have friends that have their last names Pratt.
really,
Yeah.
don't be a Pratt.
What's that mean?
I think it's just a.
See, I gotcha.
Well, they're all just like dumbass or stupid or they're not like. But it sounds a lot like twat.
Twat.
If they say twat, they don't say twat.
Twat.
And they use that more frequently, like more casually, like Maggie's a twat. Instead, he'd be like, "You're a real twat." Be like, "What'd you say?" Scallywag.
Scallywag.
I thought pirates said that one.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was necessarily.
Feels like I'm on the docks.
Numpty. I don't think I'd heard numpty before. Maybe I need more. And then the one was git. That's the one I used in there. So I went to England for a short time. Told you at Purdue, and before we left, they gave us this little pack, and it had a sheet of paper. I used to hang it in my apartment, and it said, "Do you speak English? Are you?" And at the bottom, "Are you sure?" And it was a whole story full of
these words,
British English, and and then also if
The
you're
King's English.
yes, and also if you're a Austin Powers fan,
Yeah.
the second one is that gold member. Is that the
No.
second one? Third one. Gold
Yeah,
member?
something like that.
Yeah. He goes in on Michael Caine as his dad. And they go in there and they start, "Hey, we can't talk like this in front of these girls. Let's, speak the King's English." And then, it's got it underneath what they're really saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they take off into this type of stuff. And
clever.
and when they get rolling on some of them, like tell people some things you can watch from Britain. And it's like, oh man, I can understand everything they're saying. And then some things,
Yeah.
holy shit. There's so many of these phrases and things you just can't even keep up.
No.
I have no idea what these people are
I
saying.
remember the two drunk English ladies, absolutely fabulous.
Yeah,
Remember
but I
them?
didn't get a chance to watch it.
I didn't watch that, but I know of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they just talk to everybody. It's all
Just
calling people cunts and
Yeah.
shit like that. It's
yeah,
great.
and especially if the show has anything with like people from Scotland.
Yeah.
So you get a Scottish thing. Oh my god,
Well, that whole show is just them drinking and being bitches. It's great.
it's a classic.
Yeah.
People love ab fab. They call it ab fab. Very nice. Next one.
Okay.
This is from Kumar. Metro News. Kushal Kumar, the guy using the astrology chart, which said it like envisioned tensions between like all these things that already hate each other. Like, good work. Also peanut butter is sticky, water is wet, air is airy.
Yeah.
Red looks red. According to the Daily Star, Kushal believes there's a high chance, and I put this on Facebook yesterday, that World War III will start on June 18th. That's 8 days away. The Indian astrologer said the date had the strongest planetary stimulus to trigger World War III, although June 10th, that's today, and June 29th may have a say as well. Now, this is the Indian Nostradamus. Michael de Nostradam who was the famous one from France, which you've heard of Nostradamus, astrologer who published the book Les Prophéties in 1555. The book was a collection of 942 poetic quatrains that apparently foretold the future. But when I was a kid in the 90s, they started selling books about, do you remember like a Time Life book
Oh,
about
yeah.
Nostradamus's prediction?
Yeah.
And it scared the shit out of me as a kid. Then you get a little older and you
Because we all thought like it was like in '92 there was supposed to be an earthquake and everything. In '97 there was supposed to be something in it. Because I remember I was like, well, fuck, I'm going to graduate and then the whole goddamn earth's going to blow up.
it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Fuck school. So yeah, thanks Nostradamus. Well, I'm out of money.
COVID.
But here's the deal. And we discussed these a bit before we come on. But so like here's one. So it says he also apparently, this thing, predicted King Charles could abdicate with Prince Harry possibly taking the throne. But see, when you read Nostradamus and these type of things, it sounds like this. King of the Isles driven out by force, replaced by one who will have no mark of king. They're these fortune cookie like
That's like
open-ended.
It's like 8 different series on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So they're
It's
very like
literally.
they're not specific. They're not like on May 14th,
Yeah.
2024. Look the fuck out. You know, it's just very. A star will rise in the east and clouds will descend upon the continent. Hurricane. Totally. That's a
Yeah.
fucking hurricane, man.
And you can't even believe it when the scientists that have real proof even tell you shit anymore because it ends up not happening too.
Yes. What would what's the guy? What would Neil deGrasse Tyson say about this? Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah,
You
so
would laugh in that guy's general direction.
today, just there's something to start today. World War III should begin today, if he's right. And we also talked about this before. These people that make predictions, it's very well known. This person hasn't learned the lesson that all real predictors do from the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. What you have to do if you're going to make a prediction, like stupid things like this, and we talked about it before, you have to make the prediction after you will have died as the predictor.
Yeah.
Because if you don't and you write a book and you do stuff and it doesn't come true, then people come after you and you're done. So you have to say, in the year 2076, so 'cause I should be dead by then, I'd be 99. So, you know, that's when I would make a prediction. So I'm
I don't
gone and then you
know.
can't make fun of me. Yeah. And if I happen to be right,
You got
Yeah.
baby soft skin.
I do.
You could make
yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm sure I'll live to be a ripe
could
old age of
make it.
52. Also from Sky News, more Australian fun. Good people. The man allegedly ran naked down the aisle of a plane. I bet this happens once in a while. This isn't too crazy. Australian officer said the man knocked over a flight attendant during his sprint. Police were waiting in Perth Airport and they've taken him to the hospital for true assessment. They still don't know why he took his clothes off, and there wasn't like a fight on board. He wasn't screaming the whole time they took off. It was just a
Lice.
snap.
Crabs.
Up.
Just saying.
Drugs. Karen.
Drugs, exactly.
Right,
I took
drugs.
way too many edibles, and
I
just
thought he
got
was
way-
scratchy.
But as it's been ordered to appear in court June 14th, he's got 4 days. Well, the world's ending. Fuck it, skip it. What are they gonna do? They apologized to their guest impacted by the disruptive passenger in a statement. So, have you ever been on any public transportation or restaurant anywhere where a person like streaked
No.
or ran through?
No.
Baseball game? Have you ever been to a baseball game with streak or any crazy shit?
No,
No.
I haven't either. Damn
No.
it.
just me and my friends drunk in the stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never had a streaker though.
No.
No, I think that was bigger in the 70s, right? Wasn't that a thing for a while in the 70s?
Yeah.
They were streaking everywhere.
Well, in the 70s and 80s, there was the kissing bandit chick that used to always come up.
Morgana.
Yeah,
She had like triple G
Yeah.
breasts or something.
Yeah.
Oh, like comically large.
because I literally
breasts.
saw a picture the other day, and it was like 40 years ago or something.
Yeah.
And Nolan Ryan was pitching for the Astros, and she came running out onto the field. So rather than him being all like, whoa, whatever, he just knelt down and kind of opened his arms up and gave her a hug, and then she went running off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
mean,
would
She used to
too.
do it at golf. There was the girl for a minute a couple years ago that kept running out at the golf events. And she was like an Instagram model hot, kept
Oh,
running
there
out
you
there.
go.
with
I remember
nothing-
that.
Nothing but, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way to start your OnlyFans and your Instagram. Get out there. Morgana the Kissing Bandit.
Remember
I haven't
that?
heard that in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to tackle her.
Now, maybe we'll have to do something about that. If you've probably watched it, you have no idea what we're talking about. But yeah, in the 80s, there was this been super comically large breasts.
Yeah.
And she had big puffy hair like
Big, huge.
The
Yeah.
80s
Yeah.
hair.
Like,
Classic Aquanet hairband.
But what I wondered is through time, and now you mention it, and I'm thinking about it here, like who set that up?
I don't know.
And how much did that cost for you to have her transported there to come out some inning to kiss somebody? And
Who knows, man?
how did that all work?
One of those
What was
hidden
it for?
one of those hidden camera shows or something.
I just wonder.
Candid
Just-
camera.
It wasn't like
You know
here's
what, just-
Morgana brought to you by Taco Bell. I mean, I just,
It'd just be the middle of the game, and all of a
Yeah, I
sudden,
know.
yeah, crowd
so
starts
she's
cheering.
not
She
really
goes running out
jumping onto the field. She's been allowed to do it.
there. Yeah.
Right.
But what is that all? Who gets? How much did you get paid for that?
It was a spread mononucleosis awareness.
I guess so. And the thing was, it was rare.
Yeah.
And she
yeah.
was here and there. It wasn't like,
Yeah, it wasn't
here
all
she
the time.
fucking. It wasn't like every week you keep making money off this. I don't know
No.
what the fuck this.
Like she did at a random baseball game. She ran out in the tennis court, I think, once. Maybe like a Jimmy Connors type of
Could
deal,
be.
something like that. One,
But
I
it's
know there was
rare.
a tennis one too. Yeah,
So how could you make money? So I will do my due diligence. I'll come back with a Morgana the Kissing Bandit report on Wednesday.
you should do like that guy that was the British dude that was streaking all the time in the soccer things.
Yeah.
He had like a bet.com thing on his back. He sold himself as an advertisement while he was
Well, there
running.
you go.
That's why they
now
started
you're
cutting
thinking.
away from people while they were doing
Yeah.
it on most national broadcasts because that guy was doing that.
And they never show people run on the field anyway.
No, they try not to.
Yeah.
Unless they get fucked up by somebody, then they'll show.
Well, then you see it. Well, you
Oh,
see
yeah.
it. Now you see it on everybody's phones.
It was like 2 years ago that guy was running down the sideline and a linebacker for somebody just fucking like because this guy's all like running away from the refs and shit, and
not looking.
linebacker just
Yeah.
out of nowhere. It was great.
Yeah.
I watched
Don't-
those all day.
Don't jump the fence.
Yeah.
Or the time that it was a White Sox game, and it was a dad and a son, just like total hillbillies, and they jumped.
Oh,
the
I remember
fence
they
and
both
started
ended up beating up the
coach.
first base umpire. And it was the
And
first
then
base
the
umpire.
two teams came out and just stomped
Just
the
stomped
living
the
shit out of these
him
two
with
guys.
cleats and everything.
Oh my god!
They
It's
just
so-
stomped, and the cops weren't even like trying to get
No,
there.
they're
They're like, oh, hey,
calm
now,
down
yeah.
a little bit.
There's
there you go.
8 baseball players just stomping the fuck out of those
They
guys.
got, and then the pictures of them, like it's a
Yeah, they looked like they were shot with bullets because all the metal cleats
hair's
that
all
had been
gone,
shot.
there's
in there.
blood everywhere on
Yeah.
both of them.
I remember that. They started when they beat up the first base coach. Or
Yeah,
the
and he was like
umpire.
an old man. He's like 80.
Yeah.
And they were like beating him up. So again, both teams came out
Yeah,
to beat on them. to
everybody
death.
that could run out there as quick as they could just started stomping the shit out of those guys.
That's terrible.
Don't
Don't come on the field.
come on the field.
No, don't go on the
No.
field. Just
But
don't do it.
If you got something and maybe it's your last week to live and you're dying to do it, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Oh wait, June 10th, we're starting World War III. Fuck it.
But you think
Jump
about
them
how many
fences.
you think about how many people are going to die every day. You could have 1,000 of those a day. Really, honestly.
Well, we're over halfway through. We're sponsored by Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia. Wilson Farm Market. Very good. Very good. Also, the Frankfurt Beer Works as well.
Frankfurt Beer Works.
Wilson Farm Market.
I'm gonna have to record your voice and use it for promotional type
That's
stuff.
right. He'll be the
You'll be the
guy,
voice.
the voice of.
Proper compensation.
True. Unlimited.
Scotty.
You can have unlimited.
Unlimited Scotty. I
you
don't
can
want
have
dark gay pride beer.
You can have unlimited pride beer all month.
Nah.
Hey, what's the new one coming though? What's the one that's plugging? There's one over here that's actually being
It's
processed.
chug-a-lugging.
It's baby cakes.
Baby
Baby
cakes.
cakes.
What kind is that? Is that one that I would like, or is it got a lot of hops
I
in
think
it?
you guys liked it.
Is it a stout?
Baby cakes?
Or a
No,
porter?
no.
No.
It's
Oh, you had that one when you originally started coming here, right?
yeah.
It was a lighter one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably do that one.
I remember that one. That was pretty good.
Sweet baby cakes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to talk to Scott Wilson soon,
yeah.
and when I go there, I'm going to ask him to come back on the show
Sweet.
because
Think you'll have time?
I think he will. Summer is really busy because again, this person provides. Again, we're from Indiana. If you're watching from outside the state, but he provides all the corn for the Indiana State Fair. He grows it all. He sells it all to the people. That's all him.
Right, right.
It's a big production. It's Indiana and corn.
Well, considering
God's sakes.
it's our state fair, and
Yeah.
the biggest thing that our state has is corn. It's
That's
like
it.
that's the Super Bowl.
True, it is. So we'll have him back on the show.
Indiana.
And while I'm there too, I'm also going to grab some jalapeno cheddar loaf bread from Bikini this Thursday. Should be a lot of fun. Just get sized up for it. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. All right. So this is Father's Day week. Father's Day is Sunday, right? Is it
Yes.
Sunday? Yeah,
Sure.
good. This Sunday, Father's Day. So all week we're going to do some fun with Father's Day. Just some pieces like we did Mother's Day for you. We did a full week of different things for mothers,
yeah.
things like that. So
Big climax to big fat nothing.
yeah, for you, not cool.
So
Just
Thursday we'll drink
Just
and tell
kidding.
dad stories.
I'm just kidding.
True. No, just kidding. She loved all your presents and think you did. She's super happy with you kids. Not mad at all. Yeah, so Thursday, I'm sure we'll have something fun too, but as well as Wednesday. And again, this Thursday, again, we'll be in the evening. Good
Yep,
for
yep,
nighttime. Do it
yep,
again.
Yep,
Have a
yep.
couple drinks, talk to the
I'll
lolies.
try not to. I'll eat first. How about that?
And really quick before we move on, because I just forgot we completely left it at the top of the show. If you tuned in Thursday, you found out that Karen's favorite restaurant is Fazoli's. And now when we were talking, okay, and maybe I'll put the picture on Wednesday.
Okay.
You went out with my wife the other day to a Fazoli's
Yes.
in
What was crazy is the
Westfield?
sheep
Carmel, somewhere like that. Near Indy, right?
Carmel. She made me wait to get into her car. Nope, stay there. So I'm waiting in my driveway, And then she puts in the address, and I don't know where it is. I don't know where we're going. And then she drives, and I'm like, "Oh, look, there's a Fazoli's." And she goes, "That's where we're gonna eat." And I'm like, "No, you're kidding me." And sure enough, she said, "Bill said to take her to Fazoli's."
There you go. Make
That sounds
your
like
wish
a
come
Mother's Day
true.
gift that she might have appreciated.
See, not even my
Yeah.
mother making good things happen for
Get
her.
her some gift cards for
Take
fuck's
the
sake.
hint. Yeah, exactly.
was
What he
good.
just said. Real easy. You buy a gift card to Fazoli's. She'd be happy.
It was good.
Now,
it
I
was
will say
good.
this. I saw the picture of you guys eating there, and I have to say, things are different. So my apologies
Yeah.
to Fazoli's Limited, LLC, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, because it used to be ran like a spaghetti food
Dude.
truck. Yeah, it wasn't even.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would go there,
Real
and you would have
plates.
this plastic plate,
Plastic things.
plastic forks. I mean, it was like made to throw away.
Yeah.
No,
I look at their picture, and they're eating with real,
real
silverware
plates,
in real bowls.
Real silverware. This one in Carmel, which I'm quite surprised, did not have the woman even shred the cheese over your plate.
2 weeks to stop the spread.
they
6 feet, 6 feet, motherfucker. Get a fucking vaccine, Karen.
Where's your mask?
Yeah, where's your mask?
Anyway, so
That sucks.
Frankfurt's
Cheese
still got
expensive.
him top.
But you could go up there and they would put it on for you. You
no,
could you could request
they just
extra.
there's like there's a dry Parmesan cheese shaker.
How do you go
So-
all that? That's all right. But it's much better than it used to be because I was giving you shit. 'Cause I'm like, I feel like I was talking to somebody in 94 and which nothing wrong with your 90 94. But yeah, so I'm glad. There we go. Your weekend, that was something that I wanted to get in there.
I really think the
You're
last
so
time
happy you're still dancing.
I think I went
Still
the last
dancing,
time I went
still
there.
thinking
God.
about that.
Had to have been like high school, like right out
Breadsticks.
of high school. It's like the last time I ever went there.
That's what I'm saying. It was
Yeah.
like 97 or something. The last time I made a Fazoli's.
You know what? I'll take you guys to Fazoli's.
Okay.
We'll make it. We'll make
you-
a lunch date.
are you on
All
something?
4 of us will go to Fazoli's. We won't take the camera,
Oh, we'll just eat.
but we'll just go eat. Yeah,
James will just watch.
I treat.
You'll take us out. Thanks.
I'll be eating Olive Garden in the parking lot.
Yeah. Can I bring in this spicy
You be
chicken
buying
sandwich? Is
your
that
own
cool?
Olive Garden
would
because
too,
I'll be
shit.
buying Fazoli's.
Okay.
Okay.
Fazoli's.
Fazoli's.
Check it out. Not
Love
a
it.
sponsor yet.
They can be. Sign
If
us
this
up.
doesn't work out, we'll be talking to Fazoli's. So, ready for, I found an article yesterday, and it was from a website, and it was 10 things that make a great father. So I thought that'd be a good place to start. Things that make a good father. So I put some real great fathers here. Yeah, there's lots of ways I could go. The other day I was
my
like,
God.
what are the worst celebrity dads? And I had lists, and I could have gone this way or that way, but I found this great. So this is from Calm. This is
You didn't put Tony Dungy on there.
yeah, I only have so many areas there I can put stuff on. So there's loads of shitty dads who are professionals. We've got Woody Allen in the corner who is looking
I
like
like Mr. Jackson.
looking like Columbo
I like
every
Mr.
fucking day.
No, he looks like Bruce Springsteen.
Oh my god! Now down below, do you know who's in the corner?
Yeah.
Who is that?
That is Mr. Jackson.
Yeah.
You got it.
Joe?
Child
That's
beater
him. Yeah, fantastic
extraordinaire.
father. Great guy. Then you got the diddler there in the middle,
Yeah.
and then there's Charlie Sheen. You don't want him to be your dad, man.
I want Charlie Sheen to be my dad.
Where's Bill Cosby?
Again, I only have so many areas,
All
so many
right,
slides,
all
and so much
right,
time
all
in a
right.
day. So this is from Calm. This is a website that is like, I think it's in what county, if it's Santa Barbara County or something, but it's sort of like a outreach arm and thing of like Cal Mental Health Association for the state that focuses on like families. And I can tell from this, people probably get referred here from like after court, from like beating kids or not paying
Not
child support,
feeding them.
not feeding them, doing things wrong. So this is just
Or in Woody Allen's case, having sex with him and marrying him.
or screwing them and marrying them, whatever. So these are 10 ways to be a great father. And let's see, there's 2 of us in here who are actually fathers. So we can, just like last time
Okay.
you were a mother, you were the only mother here. You can
Yeah.
substantiate.
Why don't
some-
they? Because there was one time I made a joke. Me and Dad playing darts, and he came back and won. I called him a motherfucker, and he goes, "Yeah, you're mom." And I always thought, why don't they ever call like a woman a fatherfucker? It's like, you fatherfucker,
Yeah,
Fatherfucker.
they don't.
because then it sounds like you're fucking priest and shit.
You know why?
Yeah.
You know why, James? Let me
That's
look
a
at the
little-
camera. It's the patriarchy because men run
Patriarchy.
everything.
Yeah, right.
That's right. Yeah, you guys go fight a war, man. He's
like,
laughing because
there's-
that's what he was going to say.
So like there's MILFs, mothers you'd like to fuck, or however
Yeah,
you
that's
say
MILF.
that.
That's MILF.
Are there DILFs?
Dilfs.
Yeah.
Maybe a
Dads, you
dad.
wanna
There
fuck?
probably
there's a
is
dilf. Yeah,
somewhere.
there is.
Sounds like
no,
a
it's a
dildo.
t-shirt and the whole
A
thing.
DILF. There's shirts for
Yes.
DILFs.
Dilf, gilf. all
Oh,
of it.
cool.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not a DILF. You might be a MILFster. know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's start with this.
Alright.
Don't worry about being a great dad. Being a great dad isn't about holding the baby just right or knowing how to burp her or being willing to participate in imaginary tea parties. Being a good dad starts with being a good husband.
It's true.
Starts with getting involved in the entire prenatal process. So if you really want to be a good dad, make darn sure you're a good husband because great husbands become great dads.
Honestly, that's why I got my divorce.
Yes,
Oh.
I was a better dad than I was a husband.
I see.
Yeah.
So you had one down. It was the other
Yeah,
one.
I mean, I was
trouble.
good at the other one.
Okay.
I quit paying attention to the other one as I was paying too much attention to the other one.
That's easy to do.
Yeah.
That's easy to do. But that has been fixed.
Oh, yeah, I'm all good.
We've solved it.
Yeah.
Okay. Karen, you agree to this, that being a great dad also needs to be nice to mom?
Yes.
I mean, that's a part
Absolutely.
of the plan. Okay. So fantastic.
Imitation
They always
is the
steer this
greatest
shit back
flattery.
to women.
I'm telling you.
Always steering this shit back to women.
So here you go. So things that mom, again, maybe bring flowers once in a while, right?
Do the dishes.
Well,
But flowers,
Sure.
sure. I'll take flowers. I'll
do
take
dishes.
flowers.
Great one. How about this?
Yes,
Put the
please.
fucking seat down. Doesn't have to be the lid, probably, but at least the seat.
I always do seat and lid.
I like the seat and lid too. It like
When I was younger, I always had
Oh.
dogs that wanted to drink out of the toilet, so it was always everything down. And I've just always, ever since then, just always
You know,
everything down.
I've known people that in their household the men sit even when they
Oh.
don't have to.
no, then that's no. I don't. Not for that.
I go into houses and half the time the toilet don't even go halfway up my shin. There ain't no sitting down. If I do, it's like I'm on a kid's
Yeah.
toilet. It's different. Like my parents is only like a foot off the fucking ground.
called
I'm not gonna sit down. So I'm
dipping
not
your-
doing that. I'm not sitting down. No.
Dip your dick.
He can't sit down. That's why. It would
Hang the hog,
into
the water gets
It would be in the water.
Water's
You know.
wet.
You know, mine,
lower the toilet
mine, I'm
water.
like, oh, the porcelain on the front's killing the head of this thing.
It's like this water's cold.
But I'm like James. Do you like this too? It all should go down.
Yeah.
I like all of it being down.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah, we
It
have all of
completes
them.
the bathroom.
Yeah, we always have everything.
It's like
down.
leaving the fridge door open or something. I'm cool with all of it being down.
It's like having something smelly in the trash can. You don't close the lid.
Oh,
Yeah. But when mom's not around at our house, me and my son made shit. We
okay.
shit with the doors open. Okay.
I just tell him like, hey, you can piss a few times out flushing it. It's just me and you in the house.
Yeah, it's cool. If it's yellow, it's mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Brown, yep.
There you go. I think that's where you're going a little bit. Maybe some domestic chores might be
Yeah.
dishes, laundry once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
How about this one? Should dad get good at that? That's helping mom, isn't it?
That's how you became a parent.
That's pretty good.
That's as you get started.
That's
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Cool. Number 2, try to live your normal pre-child life as soon as possible.
Can't do half of that.
A lot of first-time parents totally freak out when they have an infant and they don't leave their house for 2 years because they're afraid of what might happen to the quota, the baby. It's a baby, not nitroglycerin, dumbass. After a couple of weeks, go out and start to return as much of you and your wife's normal routine as possible. Remember, babies are small and travel surprisingly easily. And then the other shit about, you go to somewhere and buy stuff. So these people saying, don't break up your routine. This seems contrary to most what advice I've given people.
Yeah.
So we had a friend that was having a daughter.
I
Okay.
thought you were gonna say it.
An abortion. No, a late term back alley abortion.
Yeah.
And, no.
Oh.
It came
No,
out screaming.
I'm
They stabbed it
joking.
right in the face with
No,
the
no.
coat hanger.
Oh, okay.
So he would
okay.
recently become a father. He'd recently become a father, and he's younger. And so I told him my story of what kids are about. And James, I'm sure, might have a story as well. But my story is like this: my son, little infant, in his little thing. I was a stay-home dad. My wife was a teacher. She she didn't want to stay home. I didn't mind staying home. Best years of my life. So anyhow, he's in this little thing, and I've got like something cooking over here, and I've got a sink full of dishes, and I'm cutting something over here, and he's over there, he's kind of crying. I gave him like the little pacifier, the little binky, which he's nicknamed after. Throws that out, keeps screaming, and then at one point, after 5 minutes, I turn around and look down this bassinet. I'm like, "Shut up!" I mean, just like I'm yelling at a man in a street fight, man. And I look down at him, and I looked at him. I'm like, oh, God. So I drained the dishwater, turned this off, pushed stuff to the side, warmed up a bottle, picked him up, turned on the TV, fed him, whatever. I now realized you are the boss. You come
Yep.
first.
Yep.
What, I mean, as soon as I did that, you remember growing up those PSAs in the 80s
Oh,
of
yeah.
like, don't
Yeah.
yell at your
Don't
kids.
yell at your
I'm like,
kids.
oh my God, I just became a
I'm that
fucking
guy.
PSA. So that's the only thing I've ever done in that right then. So I passed on to this guy, just realize your life isn't over. You can still go do fun things, but there's going to be times when it's just, man, they're the boss, man. They're an infant, man. They can't help it. You got it. It sucks, but it's part of it. And it won't be long that they're like that. They can feed themselves.
The first couple sentences of this is like the most brief. You won't even remember half of that time period.
No.
Like it goes by so quick that you won't. And when you're in the middle of it, it seems like it's a fucking lot.
Sure.
And then as soon as it's passed before you even know
it flies by and it's gone.
They're already bitching at you by the time you've half that shit. Yeah.
So, get it back out there. It's just a baby. What's the worst that can happen? So, number one, when I go, this is like a title. People bringing babies to bars. Come on, man. Get a babysitter. It's not that they can't be there, but I glanced through this one, and the first one was like, hey, this is supposed to be your time to be out.
Right.
Yeah, that's all. And hey, there's other parents here who are away from their kids, so they can be away from kids for a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
This one was from a couple months ago. We almost did this one. This woman got people are all on her side until they talked to the comedian, and then they figured out what was going on, and until she opened her mouth. And then when she started talking, you got to figure out, again, you're bringing this infant into a comedy show. It won't stop crying. The guy finally had her kicked out. Then she thought everybody'd be on her side after she started talking.
Absolutely not.
Fuck no. Again,
comedy shows, movies.
just keep them up. It's
doing?
Okay, man. You don't have to go everywhere and show off your baby everywhere. And then this one, there you go. So there's a 3-week-old that got hit by a baseball. I remember being a kid, my dad can bet on baseball, and every once in a while they'd show some mom or something. Look at the little kid over there. There'd be a little infant. My dad.
Yeah.
When you grow up, don't you ever do that. I don't understand. Because foul balls and stuff, man, that hurt you and me.
Yeah.
That kill me and you.
Yeah, because I remember, I used to even, when I would go and have, nieces, nephews, or other kids that were with us that were younger, or even, smaller women that were with us.
Yeah.
I was always like, all right, ball's coming from here. You need to be here. Because worst case scenario, I'm going to just fucking block this motherfucker.
Yeah, just hit you somewhere.
I'm at least going to take one for the team. Yeah.
That's Sounds like what Ryan does with me in mosh pits.
That's literally that's me. Every time I'm there, I'm like, what's going on? Everybody behind me, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So see, you're doing that for adults. So now think of taking an infant there.
No.
You don't need to take an infant out in the sun all day to fucking baseball game. Again,
I wouldn't take I'm a big fan of don't take your child if they're under the age of 3 to something that they ain't gonna fucking remember anyway.
True. Yeah.
And don't make a big deal out of it because they ain't gonna fucking remember.
They're not. So take them when they're 4 or 5 and they remember going to the game, man.
Yeah.
And they'll remember going, ugh.
Plus you're supposed to be going to that kind of shit to relax. And what are you doing taking the thing you're trying to relax from with you?
That's what I mean.
That's because I was a stay-at-home dad too for about 4 years, and whenever I would do stuff like that, and people was like, "Oh, you're on vacation," I'm like, "Well, I took my work with me, so it's not like I'm on fucking vacation."
And see, it's good. It was fun being a stay-home dad.
Yeah,
people dig it. Number 3, give mommy some time for herself. You're gonna love this one. Oh God, this is self-important. Fucker who wrote this.
What is it? We're 3 in, and 2 of them are about the woman, so it's not really.
It's not done yet. Wait till you get to this one. This is the most important one for women. Look, I'd be lying if I told you that an infant's life, the dad is more important than the mom. Fuck you. When it comes to caring for an infant and instinctively knowing what to do with a newborn baby, women have the market cornered, and being a mommy is a much harder job than being a daddy.
Look up Bill Burr's rant about being a mom.
Yeah. That's why it's so important that you give the mommy as many breaks as you can. She needs time for herself, but she's so wrapped up in being a mom, she probably won't even have time to care for herself. So yeah, the mom's always there.
That's like in the first few months.
Sure, for breastfeeding, I get that.
The first few months, yeah.
But even then, I mean, if something happened, God forbid.
Yeah.
And you could feed this baby formula.
Oh, no.
And you could be a dad and care for a baby, man. I mean,
The very first day she goes to work and I'm at home alone with him.
Yes.
And he was just about one. He's 1.5, full on. He could talk enough, but he's full on. I can just run. I full sprint everywhere, but he has no balance for shit.
Yeah.
She's gone for about an hour and a half. First thing he does, runs, trips, hits his face on the side of the table.
Yes.
And it looks like it just looks like my hand punched him right in the face. And I was more freaked out about it than he was. He cried for a couple of seconds. I'm like, does it hurt? Does it hurt? And he's just like,
Nope, got to run over here now.
No. Well, I could feel it, and then I peas on the face.
Yeah.
Cold stuff on the face.
And you're watching him the next 3 hours.
Well,
You can't trust him
to
telling
make-
you things.
Not
Yeah.
letting him sleep.
Well,
Stay
I'm also
awake.
making sure
Stay
he's not
awake.
concussed and he doesn't have actual shit broken.
That's what I mean. He's
But
a
his
kid.
eyes-
He can't tell you everything.
But his eyes swelled up like Rambo or
Oh, yeah.
Sylvester Stallone.
So, you've accidents can happen.
And of course, Nancy Grace was super popular then, so I didn't want to be. I'm like, I want to be on fucking
Oh,
Nancy
God.
Grace for punching him in the face.
I'm Nancy Grace, and we got James Swinford punching
Dead babies in Florida.
So the moms are, they're the real caregivers, right? They're the people you can trust, like this mom. There you go. There's a mother-daughter running a prostitution ring. What I like about this one, the next one I'm going to show you, the mom on the left kind of like gets it like, we fucking made a mistake, but dumbass has no fucking clue. Like, yeah. Like this one. Again, dumbass mom over there knows the problem. Stupid fucking kid smiling in it.
She's like, I've just been taught this ever since I was born, so
God,
it's just
geez.
every day.
Just nothing personal. I don't know where these people live. I think it's far away, but God, that's a definition.
Where's the
of
closest
skank.
dick I can
What'd you
suck?
say, Florida?
Oh, sorry.
And there you go. It even happens to famous people. One of the judge's daughter arrested last month in exposure on an Alabama highway. Moms take care of stuff, man. Moms are the most important. Have you ever seen this movie?
Yeah, but after they're
I
adults,
did.
you can't do anything
Have
about
either
it.
of you seen this film?
I thought I did, but I don't.
Okay, so you haven't seen it.
I don't care for Meryl Streep.
That's okay.
so-
Oh, I don't either, 'cause, man. But okay, so spoiler alert here. If you haven't watched this and you think you want to watch it,
This
yeah.
is one of the kids have to die, and she has to
Yeah,
pick.
so
right?
she's got these two kids. She's going to get on this train. The Nazis come up, like, hey, one we got to take to the gas chamber right now, and one you can take with you to the thing. And like, you got to pick. And who does she give away? The daughter. See you later, bitch. I'm keeping the son. Bam, fool. How do you like that? Thanks, Mom.
Oh.
So see, parents do have favorites. Meryl Streep is weird. Meryl
Yeah.
Streep also did I'll move it here. All right, let's move back. Meryl Streep also did a movie where it's based on the true story. Have you ever heard when people say a dingo ate my baby?
yeah.
That's Australian. That really happened. Okay. That really happened to a
Dingo
woman,
ate
man. Don't
my
make fun of
baby.
that. No, it really happened. And then there's a movie where she plays the mom. And when I was younger, right, I watched the film and I was on the side of the mom because they were like a really weird, like religion, like some kind of like weird, special, weird people in town. Nobody
No,
liked
because
them.
all the other religions are real normal.
Well, but like
Yeah.
really strange. But then this movie made it out like the people are like, these people are weirdos, and since they're weird, they probably killed their own baby. But and then at the end of it, I was like, yeah, man, that's crazy. But now as I've gotten older, I'm like, man, you fucking killed that baby. You guys, they did it, man. So I don't know what the deal is with her playing shit moms is in movies, but she's got that cornered for damn
She's got
sure.
that.
Does
Look.
she
Yeah, she
have
gives
kids?
away the daughter.
Does she
Fun
even
stuff.
have children?
I don't know.
I don't ever heard of
hope not.
Meryl Streep ever having
It'd be
kids.
good if she didn't. She's a jackass. Number 4, get up with mom for the late night feedings. I got to tell you, this is a tough one, but you'll be glad you did it when it's over. When it comes to dining, newborn babies think they're on a cruise ship, and at midnight and 2 a.m., they fully expect demand a buffet. James, when your wife had to feed the baby, did you just get up too, or do you guys have different shifts?
She couldn't breastfeed, so she had to do the pump stuff,
Gotcha.
and then that didn't last very long either. It was always one of those. I would just usually in the middle of the night I'd do it
Okay.
because I was either already up or I've been on a third shift life ever since I've been out of school. So I'm always, if it's in the middle of the night, I got it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're already there. Yeah.
A lot of times you can just tell when you're already sick of doing some shit too.
Well, sure.
You hear, and you hear, and you're like, all right.
Well, and
Go-
my
go.
wife had like a few, like couple months off for like maternity leave stuff,
Yeah.
and then went back. But see, I was at ours, like it was just let me know.
Yeah.
So you might be okay with getting up this time. If you're not, then I like you. I just will. Like I just
Yeah.
trade it off like shifts. It doesn't matter.
I was rarely sleeping when he was an infant anyway.
So get up with mom for some late night feedings. I mean,
I was
Have
gonna
you-
say,
have you ever seen Grandma's Boy? That's Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill. He's
Oh, yeah.
fucking on this girl's boob the whole party. It's probably the only boob he ever sucked. He's a dick mo. If you don't believe me, look it up. He's a jackass. But this is what I think. Everything going okay in there? I'm finishing off the pizza and chicken here. Okay. Number 5, be affectionate with your baby, especially when they get older. Kids need love, but they don't understand the word love on any level. You might as well use the term phalanges with them because to an infant, it means the same thing. Nothing. So holding your baby and telling her daddy loves you is pretty much meaningless, dickwad. That's how I took that. The fuck are you? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. These people say I should talk to babies. Georgetown, University of Florida, Research One Universities, also Michigan State, University of Notre Dame.
And baby talk is the stupidest fucking thing that there possibly could be.
Baby talk? What do you mean by that?
When adults are talking to babies like, yeah, stupid shit.
No, speak English.
Yeah, I've always spoken the same way I always talk to him from the time he came out.
Yes, that's what you do.
Yeah, because you'll have these kids and they'll have speech impediments because all they get talked was baby talk for so many years.
Okay, hold on. We got a club on Karen. I can see in just a minute. So,
well, she's probably the ultimate one at it.
Sure. Well, she's a mom, so she might do that. Now, I remember being in high school and I was stocking milk once at this local grocery store. And someone is coming up behind me, and they're two people. It's somebody having a conversation, and she's like, "So anyway, I told her that I wasn't going to go in next week, and if she wanted me to come in next week, she got to pay me twice as much." And I'm turn around and see this lady talking to this lady. It's a lady talking to an infant, like that. So then I told him, and she grabs the milk. So anyway, I was thinking tomorrow night for dinner. I was like, "What the?"
Well, I'm not doing all that.
That's all right, because that woman was my son's kindergarten teacher, and she was great. So there she is. And then when my son was little, I mean, I talked to him the whole time. And when he was like 1 and 2, and then we'd go to the Y, and on the way home, I just talk like I'm talking to you.
But baby talk for animals is the best thing. It's
literally
the best.
You're supposed to have animal talk
because you get them on a level where they know that you're chill, and then
it's lovey.
That's how I like aggressive dogs and some shit that I've gotten to calm and chill out.
You talk cutie to them. That's it. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, Karen. Did you baby talk to your children?
My first child, yes.
Okay. What happened to him?
Second one, they're like, "Where is he?
Where is the little fuck?"
San
I just I had a camcorder. I was 27.
Okay.
I had a camcorder, and so like I videotaped that child almost every day of her life, and hearing my voice talk to her recently on home movies is just like painful.
And I didn't know I didn't know like lullabies or shit like that. So I used to just sing Beastie Boys or Beck to him.
Well, sure. You can sing whatever you want. Now, before we move on, something that is really important in this. This is something I learned. I went back to school I was going to be a psychiatrist and get into that, and I failed lots of things. But something I did learn, actually, when you're born, when you're an infant, even when you're not talking, when the child sleeps, the ears still work and they're actually listening for environmental sounds. And slowly what it does, it learns and kind of is like, weird way to put it, like a geolocator. And it starts to build the things that you're going to do for the language that you're near and destroying the stuff that doesn't need for extra room. That's why some people who are like here can like roll their tongues and R's and some people can't, because that shouldn't be here. That's Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some things get crossed over. But if you took
is that why? Because like, my old lady, she lived in Brownsville for like 7 years.
Yes.
So like, that's why like when she's saying some stuff, but then she says some words that has to do with like Mexican cuisine or something, it's like a totally different how she says it.
If she can do it and make her mouth do it, then so she was around something like that. So you could take an infant that was born in Alabama, as long as you picked him up as an infant and set him in Osaka. When they get older, they will be able to say those, and they won't be able to say ours.
Yeah.
Their tongue won't move, and they won't be able to speak like here. So you need to talk to them, and even when you're not talking to them, it's your brain is constantly doing work in there. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, talk to your kids. It's not worthless like fucko said. Number 6, treat your kid the way you want to be treated when you were a kid. Take a look back on how you were raised. Think of the salt you licked off weird shit. Look back at how your dad showed you or didn't show you his 8 tracks of porn, how he disciplined you, encouraged you, criticized you, and molded you. If you had a great dad, now's your chance to take everything he showed you and put it to good use. James, have you taken things from your childhood?
What's this show his love for you shit they're talking about? What the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck you doing that? Why the fuck aren't you doing this?
James, what percentage of your father and way do you think that you use? There's probably some.
Oh, in mine, like 80%.
80%. So you're
a good solid 80%.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of, after you become an adult, you realize the shit that your parents were trying to get through your head.
Yes.
Once you start to mature, and then you actually do mature into a full on, you've lived enough fucking life. I'd say about 30.
Yeah.
As soon as you get to 30, you should get it. If you don't, you're one of those fucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's how one of them blokes, and
Blokes.
but it's really like it's all based on it's your
rad.
situation.
True.
Because I was like my mom taught me how to read before I ever even went to school. So like I could read before I even got to kindergarten. So when I got to kindergarten, I was already like a leg up, like already in the thing.
Good
but,
strategy.
But I have a sister who's 3 years older than me and is mentally handicapped. So
Yes.
like once they kind of figured out I was good, I was
Yeah.
kind of just they were just kind of it was fucking hands off. They're like, he knows better, so we're good. Some kids just they don't fucking get that. And I was once I became a teenager, I was very well aware of I'm looking at surroundings that are not right.
Sure, different
And
than
I
your
know
friend's
better
house.
than that, so I'm going to do different than that when I
Yes.
get older. Yeah.
You got a little more responsibility
Yeah.
younger,
Yeah.
which is good. So
I was a lot more independent younger earlier on, and that makes people different completely.
yeah, and they needed you to be, and
Yeah.
you did a good job. Well, see, some people, they can't imitate their father.
Because they're not around.
Over a 3-year period, June 22nd to 24th, 2007, Chris Benoit, a 40-year-old Canadian professional wrestler employed by the WWE Entertainment, murdered his wife Nancy and their 7-year-old son Dan.
Now, to be fair,
Can't be like Dad because he murdered me.
well, he gave him a bunch of steroids too, right before that's what killed him.
Him?
No, his son. He
gave
his
the 7-year-old
son
the steroids?
a shitload of steroids.
Ah, Jesus.
He OD'd him. That was how. Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
And then I think he either smothered him, OD'd him, and smothered him.
But he was all like brain traumatized, right?
His whole entire brain
Yeah.
brain was
He
a
was
chunk of
messed up.
CTE. Yeah.
This guy's the original. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't ever abuse your kid ever. Boy, this will be a fun one.
Oh yeah.
No. The same goes for your wife. Okay. There's never ever a reason to hit a
I
woman.
try not to abuse her.
No, exactly. Or
Beat it up, but I don't hit her.
I beat it up. It's the height of cowardice and disgrace
Like
for
that,
fathers
Karen?
everywhere to
That's a
hurt
good
any
joke.
woman or child, which I would agree. You should not be hitting women. It is impossible to be a great dad if you hurt your child or your child's mommy even once. Oh, wait a minute.
Mommy?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, don't worry. We're coming back. Here we go. Got to go back to this one. Don't forget. Being a great dad is, don't worry about being a great dad. There's nothing you can do that'll fuck anything up. But if you touch a mom one motherfucking time, it's fucking done. So, no, you shouldn't beat women or your kids, obviously, right?
Right.
So, there's Chris Benoit. Good kid.
So what's the-
it dishonors you in your entire life, and you obviously you don't need to be beating people. So, I think that's a pretty good one. Like I said, people get referred to this place, I think, from these type of situations.
You guys, it's different with boys though. When
Well,
a,
yeah, but
when a boy gets to be a little older, you guys smack the taste out of their mouth every once in a while.
Yeah, so at my house, it was spanking.
Yeah.
I didn't hit anybody with a bat or
No.
stuff. And
Oh, I got
and
paddled.
punched.
I got paddled.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like punch them in the face like a fight. So I think this
Just
is
a
solid
pop.
advice here. This was actually a good one. So please, if you're going to abuse wives and children, do it to other people's wives and children, like this guy did. Yeah. Okay. So next one, advice on raising children is everywhere and it's all contradictory. So be careful which guide to follow. Unfortunately, there's no bottom line, no official guide, no absolute authority on raising kids. So there are literally hundreds of books on how to be a good parent, raise your kids right. One book says if your baby cries, pick them up. Another book says let them cry out. Third book, pick them up once and then let them cry out a fourth. Well, you get the idea. We sure do because we came to this fucking website. You're included in that. Congratulations.
So calm now.
Yeah. 2 more left and we're almost done here. Enjoy yourself. It goes by too quickly.
Yep.
My son is 7 now. And if you
Yep.
ask me, it feels like 7 years since he was born. I have to tell you, it feels more like 2, maybe 2.5. It does go by quick.
Yes.
Yes.
Mine's a 15-year-old asshole at this point, and I was like, man, the other
this
day,
point.
like the other day, you were 10 and cool. What the fuck happened?
Yeah. This is, so again, this is what I put for these, this epidemic of people and dude, quit being that parent, quit being involved in this dumb shit. Told you I walked out of one.
Don't
when my
live
kid was
through
in
your
it.
fucking kids.
Yeah.
Just let them play and have fun. Not treat it like it's the 7th game of the World Series. Like my son was in Little League a few years ago and they had this, and I'm not going through the whole story again, but before you know it, these parents are yelling at the umps and the refs and this and that. My kid's out in the field. I'm like, all done. I get one of these like, what? I'm like, we're leaving. And I mean, now all the people arguing have gotten quiet and you can only hear me talking. And I'm like, I go, I don't know. I thought we were playing. I don't know what this is, but we'll come back when they figure it out. But we're leaving now, though. Come on now. And that kid started, oh, no, he's all right. Come this way. Coach like, everything okay? Oh, everything's fine, coach. You all have a good one now. We're leaving. Because this, I don't know what the hell this is. And we walked away. And then this person that stayed said, after I left and made that kind of a statement, it was quiet the rest of the game. No one argued any pitch. Everyone looked down.
Of course.
Like, yeah, dude, fucking grow up. Be nice to your fucking kids. Quit
And I used to tell the kids all the time when I'd coach the 10, 11-year-olds baseball, I'd tell them all the time, I was like, so what was the score of that game? Oh, it was like 6-2. I'm like, you paid attention? I was like, yeah. I was like, don't even pay attention now. You're just out here to fucking learn
This
some
is
shit.
like mega practice.
Like, it doesn't even matter if it's like 20 to 0.
Giant practice.
This is
dude.
all just getting ready for you shit later on.
Yeah, man.
We're building fundamentals here. You can't you have to have a foundation before you can build the rest of the house.
Yes, we're having a good time here.
Yeah.
We're learning the rules and just how it works.
And I used to ask the kids straight up, I'd have like a group of 12 of them. We'd all be standing out there and, coaches are over here doing some shit off to the side. And I'd be like, hey, and I'd always call them out. And I know I've said it before. I'm like, who's out here just because your parents are making you be here? Who's out here because you really want to be good? Who's at a spot where they really want to be good at this spot? And like, I would actually ask them what the hell was going on with them rather than he needs to be over here because that's where my boy is going to be at. It's like, no, he'll be wherever the fuck I put him because that's what we've already discussed. And,
there you go.
Yeah.
And you dealt with some of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And,
There was some asshole ones too that just they were the ones that funded everybody being there types.
We went back to the
that.
same diamond for the tournament. And again, if it was the game my son was in, we would have left then forever. But the people back there, I mean, this guy throwing people out, guy shaking on the fence over.
Well, I have a hard time just when we did stuff for the station and I would go to the games, and me and the producer would go there for games. Full grown adults yelling at 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids like they're $20,000 a game NBA players. You fucking piece, and yelling at stuff. And I'm just like, the fuck, dude? These are kids. These are kids.
And I did some stuff for. I was the announcer at a local high school, and once at a basketball game, they had to replay it because of snow. And then the day that they replayed this girls' basketball game, it started snowing while we were there, so they had to like hurry the game along. The team that I'm the public address announcer. They had like no.
They were bad.
They're really bad. Yeah. And a team that came that was really good. And it's the fourth fucking quarter. And I think it's somewhere the score is like 80-2 or 4. And I'm not even kidding. It's like 80-4. And
people are still getting butthurt.
Two moms back. They've been calling fouls all day on us. It was all I could do not to become an AP story. Man beats the hell out of two women at a basketball game. I wanted to choke them both. Be like, could you enjoy your children for 10 fucking minutes? It's 80-4.
That's what I always get whenever when I'm at a football game and like the opening kick return goes for like 50 yards. And I'm like, there's still 14:58 left on the clock. We might want to hold off on the whole, let's go lose our shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Calm down.
Yeah.
There's other plays. You're up by 70 points. Last one, final one, bringing it home. Learn what kids want most from their dad. So I heard a good friend of mine, Dave, once reveal that kids really want most from their dads. They don't care what kind of job you've had, how many awards or accolades you've garnered from your industry.
They don't even know where you
work.
What
career you have. What they want most is your time. They want to be with you. They want your attention, your ear, your opinion, your focus. They just want to be around their dad. They need dad time, and they just want you around as much as possible. And to that, amen. That's one that's actually damn true.
And that's my favorite. That's one of my all-time favorite shows.
Sherman Hemsley and Elma. Amen.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
Right after 227.
That's right. ABC, NBC.
Yeah.
If you're out there or you're getting ready to have kids or whatever, that is the most important thing. I was a teacher, and let me tell you, they want attention.
Just the conversations, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
They just want attention. They want to be around you. That's it.
Especially when they're like 3, 4, and 5, and it's like one question that's next to the next question.
Of course.
Like a kid will freak out if you actually just sit there and answer them all.
Yeah.
Like, whatever questions you got, and you start running through them. Now the conversations are completely different, but they're still longer conversations.
Well, yeah.
Usually car rides and random shit.
But attention, again, not the toys, not the stuff, not where you work, not how much money you made. Again, those things are important. You need to provide for your family and have nice things, but spend time with the kids. That's in The Godfather. No man is a real man who doesn't spend time
And
with
don't leave them in the back of the car when you're at the bar.
Don't do that shit either.
That pisses. Every year, there's a whole bunch of them every year.
Yeah.
Kid left in back of car. Kid left in back of car.
Back of car. We did a few months ago. They wander into claw machines. I don't know how he got in there.
Yeah.
I know how, because you're fucking off and not paying attention. But, show them some attention. Actually talk to them, and do not do. Here, let me show you. Don't do this. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh.
Well, nowadays you got to tell them to put it down so you can talk to them. Yeah.
You do that, ain't coming to Thanksgiving. Okay, they don't give a shit.
That's all right.
So talk to your kids. Karen, talk to your kids.
I do.
I think we do need to talk with our kids. Fazoli's gift card. Just reminding. Well, time is up today. We're a little over anyway. We will join us Wednesday at 9 a.m. Another Wednesday morning show. And then the next night we'll have the night show.
We won't start on Central Time this time.
We must start at a different time. It's loose and flexible. We're loose and flexible here. You know what I mean? Like Wilson Farm Market is loose and flexible. Also, thank you to Frankfurt Beer Works. We appreciate it.
Beer Works.
You two have a great day. Is there anything you want to say before we go, Karen?
Just looking forward to a great week. Hope y'all have a good one too.
Fantastic. James, anything you want to say before we go?
About the same.
Fantastic.
Starting to look a little better out there.
Looking nice, warming up. I'm Bill Gant. We'll see you Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. reminding you to treat other people how you want to be treated. Lighten the hell up, and now you go make somebody laugh today.